Hello, everybody. Let's put all the stuff I was working on an hour ago back. Make sure that's turned on. It's on. All right. If anybody's waiting, let me know when I am live, actually live. And then we start working on the on Big Salty Boy. Come here. All right. Sorry for people that are doing the recording. I got called into work, and I was like, I can get there and I can work on stuff, fix it, and get back here just in time if I push back a half hour. That's what I did. There we go. All right, Big Salty Boy. Oh, thud. Big Salty. Let me move the camera to where we can all see this in all of its freaking glory. There we go. So yes. Now, I'm going to be putting on some gloves. Let's see what we got here. A lot of chat is on. All right. All right. So, what we're trying out here, this is an experiment. This is a weathering technique called the salt method. And what you do is this is to get a good rust color. What you do is you paint on your rust color first, all over everything. And then you take some water and you dab the water on it, and then you cover it with salt. Big old flaky salt, some kosher salt on there. Let me find a box so I don't make a huge mess. Of course, my son is stolen all my boxes. Good enough. This will have to be good enough. And then, what you do once you get the salt on there is that you put your regular priming coat over top of it. So theoretically, when we remove this salt, there's going to be the rust color I put on there initially, which with the rust color, it was just a dark red spray paint, and then I used some dirty down rust over top of it. And you can see just by handling it, some of it is coming through. So now, I've seen people use toothbrushes. I don't have a toothbrush. We're going to use this brush here. We're going to start right there. Uh-oh. There we go. And we just crack on with it. You can see the rust coming through. And what this does, let me find a good line here. What this does is it gives us a nice dirty edge between the paint color and the rust. No, I picked this. I watched some scale modeling videos to really pick this up. And I can see why they said use a toothbrush. Some of this stuff is just stuck on here. See, I don't know if anyone's talking or if the live chat is just not working at all. All right, and then for some of the more stubborn spots, just get some water on the brush and go after it and grind it off, because you know it's just salt. Well, we'll get the big chunks now. Testing. Yes, okay, it does work. Good. Okay, just making sure. Start this. Now let's look here at this thing, this part. You can see how it's giving us some nice randomization going on in here. Interesting. Man, I should have a stiffer brush somewhere, shouldn't I? Some of this stuff is stuck. But that's fine. We'll deal with that later. We'll just crack on here. Did I have a chance to look over the Alien Hives book? No, I have not had a chance to look over it yet. And I'm like, some of the OPR rules for YouTube is I'm not allowed to like go over the book because it is paid content. You finished it? Okay, but I mean we can do generalities if you want to fill me in on some stuff. Like what is the book go over? Because like I have it. It's sitting it's sitting on my computer. I just haven't got to it yet. Do we learn more about the Hive Wars? You know, what's funny is, don't mess with the child. That's the biggest thing I've heard third hand about the Alien Hives book. Okay, here we go. Let's put this at my eye line so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Let's see. I think this probably would have been easier if I had done. I did not put a sealer coat on this. I think I probably should have done a sealer coat because some of this stuff is stuck in good, and I might need to go in with either some tweezers or to run underwater. I like the personality that is available for the different hive ships. Definitely have the Alien Hives faction picked out. Looking forward to painting my army. Well, good, awesome. So we got different hive ship mentalities or different philosophies on war. Okay. Oh yeah, there's gonna be salt everywhere. As I was explaining this to people, they're like, are you going to do a tutorial on it? Well, sure, I guess. I have to figure out if it even works first. The hives adapt so quickly they can get stuck, almost turn into what they're fighting. Okay. Up in the other, the deck of heavy walkers. I like those. I like those a lot. Thinking of different philosophies within the faction gets me excited for when they eventually cover the infected colonies. Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good because yeah, they talk about a lot of the infected colonies have like, well, they have different views. Some of them like feel bad that they're doing what they're doing, and some of them are like, screw them. A little like archaeology here. This looks something. Listen, if I'm going to experiment and fail, I'm going to experiment and fail on camera. You guys get to be along for the ride with me. Howdy. So that is what you meant by covered in salt? Yes, it is covered in salt. And minus the random white spots, it is coming out really freaking weathered looking. Some get along and some are isolationist. Okay, cool. Like how the alien hives thematically asks the question, what happens when you lose your family, and then have to figure out how to raise a child in a world that can get crazy. Okay, sounds like they were cooking. Doing some cooking on this book. I can see myself doing a lot of picking at this later. You guys know me, I'm always for trying new techniques. Keep going. Let's try to get most of the bulk off of this. I would not play that model. It would be, I need to distract my mind model. Like the individual members that are separated from the hive, they have to find a new purpose. Okay. How does the texture of the model feel now that most of the salt is off? I mean, of course I'm feeling it through a glove. I mean, texture-wise, right now it feels a little dusty. Probably from just little micro salt particles that I haven't been able to get off yet. Tell you what, though, if you wanted just a okay, let's say I took this a step further and I did the salt on here and I did like a colored primer because I kind of wanted to do this kind of like a gray main color, so I'll highlight up the gray that's left over. But let's say I want to do a blue, and so I sprayed it blue and then I dry brush light blue on top of that, so I would be dry brushing pretty much the salt too. And then at that point, what I would get out of the salts would be pretty much ready for just detail work. Because this is coming out. In the beginning, I was very skeptical. Now it looks like it's coming up pretty okay, as long as I get rid of these. Like, I get in there and scrub that salt away. Feeling it's also scrubbing away a lot of the dirty down I put on there. God, I should have done a sealer coat on this. But we do stuff and we learn in real time. Whenever an orc says, you want to see a magic trick? This is what you get. Yeah, those will come off with a little persuasion. I'm gonna be picking at stuff for so long. But what else do I got going on, right? Even some of this like grungy texture we got here. Maybe some of that sticks on there. I won't be too mad about it. Just the big crystals look kind of out of place. Well, I mean, overall, look at that. Look at how weathered and nasty that came out. Perfect. What madness have I done? I've made an assault titan. Ha ha ha. I'm trying a salt weathering technique that I saw on a scale modeling video. A guy was doing a T-34 tank, and I was like, I wonder if I could do that to orc stuff. So what am I doing? I'm excavating. That's what I'm doing. To tell you the truth, it's not coming out too bad. Like I said, I'm going to be in there a little bit with the tweezers. Going after some of the chunkier bits. Just the hanging pieces. Ooh. He's the one salty boy. I don't even know where the model is. There it is. Okay. You know, when you're a kid and you watch dinosaur movies and you're like, I want to grow up to be a paleontologist or an archaeologist. I feel like that's what I'm doing now. Orc nerfs don't matter. You know why? Because you're an orc. Nothing matters. Oh no, they've taken away one big stompy thing. On to the next big stompy thing. You were an archaeologist for 10 years. Listen, let me have my dream. I'm an old man now. Let me imagine that it was a good job. Yeah. What's the time frame from it to turn from grave robbing into archaeology? Oh, okay, that's one heck of a bonus to get Lyme disease. Yay! Yes, I even got the undercarriage here. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this crazy experiment. Let's look at this a bit objectively. Like, we still got some nice, like, some of the spots here where the tiny salt is still stuck to it, I'm not even going to worry about. Like, see that there? We got some cool looking texture. Oh yeah, all the lore books are good. Like I said, I haven't read the Alien Hives one. It's sitting in my inbox. I just have to go get it, but I definitely love reading those. It gives a whole new... It lets you look at the armies differently. Okay. So yeah, we got some cool texture. We got some nice indents, some nice banging on going on around here. I stabbed the camera. So you gonna paint this after that? Yes, I still paint this. I still do go in and do the details. Like there's some cloth pieces on here. There's no reason for it to be salty. And pretty much what what this does is it gets you to a spot where all you need to worry about now is detail work. I am gonna have to do a highlight on the gray because that's gonna be that would be its main armor color. Like if I had to use a different color, it would have been like red or yellow or something. But yeah, I was standing in the spray paint aisle of Walmart, going, "Oh man, they ain't got any yellows. I kind of wanted to do this one yellow, but you got to do it with spray paint." So how did you manage this? Okay, hey, random models around here. Okay, random model. Let's take. Oh, he'll kill me if I did that. All right, let's take this rock that my son painted. Ta-da! All you got to do with this is, where's the salt? You get you some kosher salt. Take the water and you just dab on the water. And then you take your salt and it sticks. And then, like, say if I spray paint this let's say if I spray paint this orc green. I said it again. If I spray paint this rock green, then once I go in with the brush and I knock all the salt off, you'll see the gray underneath. That is the salt weathering method. It's just to give you a dirty line between your base color and whatever you put underneath. And then, mostly I've seen it done with rust, but I've also seen it done with, Russian tanks when they would whitewash them for the winter. You would have like the dark Russian green color, and then you would do the salt, and then you spray paint white over top of it. And that's where you would get your worn in, because those things were always gnarly. I like this. I'm gonna save some of the texture and kind of come up with it. We'll count that as like paint that's starting to bubble away underneath the rust. Right, you would do the color that you want to be the color underneath first, and then you salt. Like I said, I am no expert in this whatsoever. This is attempt 1, and just through knowing some basics of art and how I think this should work, this is what we've come to. And there's obviously these other YouTube videos by people that have been doing this for years that are probably better than what I could do. The one that I watched first was someone was doing a Volkswagen, and they wanted it to be rusted out, and they used this. And so I took that and just kind of extrapolated that from scale modeling and put it to war game stuff. Tell you, if you guys ever want to get to like real detail stuff, watch a video on scale modeling. Those guys go freaking hard. Oh, friggin' hard on their stuff. Now we're just going through getting all the little spots where they didn't let go with the brush. And then once we get all this, once we get all the paint done, I am going to put a wash over top of the whole thing. I think I'm going to be doing like a brown oil wash on it. Because I used the... last week I finished off the long neck with the brown oil wash. Oh, I haven't showed you guys that. Here, just because I started it on stream, let me show you what I did with it. How it came out. Whoa. Bam. So this is how the long neck came out. We did our base colors, and I think the next thing I did is I did the gun. And then I did the metals and stuff. I don't think I did the metals with you guys last week. And then after that, I just did a brown oil wash across the whole thing. And there she is. I after doing my marine wash for a while, and then going back to the brown oil wash, I forgot how much I like the brown oil wash. It just gives a nice little gradient. If I don't win the painting... Listen, I'm not in the painting contest. I'm just there, man. I'm not in any contest. I might be piloting that for the Titan Bash, or I might be piloting this. I don't know. I'm bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm doing 5. I'm bringing 5 Titans, maybe 6. We'll see what else I can come up with beforehand. I was going to do the Jackal's Mastodon, but oh my god, the amount of pieces, the amount of time it would take. Like I got a Jackal's army that I have to finish for the tournament that I have at the end of the month, or actually first of next month. And then I got a bunch of plague demons I got to do, or not plague demons. I got a bunch of war demons I got to do. Not to mention army every week. I just, the Mastodon would take 2 solid weeks of printing. Yeah, if you guys want to do this technique, definitely put a coat of varnish on your stuff first, because I have a feeling I would not have all these big stuck-on bits if I did a varnish. Like I said, I'm going to keep some of the little gribbly stuff. Get a Jupiter, so much... Man, okay, I went from a Mars to a Saturn, and I still feel like it's huge. In order for me to get a Jupiter, I either got to wait a few more years before I can convince my better half that, you know, things are broke, I need a new one. Or I need an Elegoo sponsorship. Elegoo, sponsor me. Yeah, I got a new vat for my Saturn that I'm waiting to try out, because the one I have now, I replaced the FEP screen on it. Well, it's not called FEP. It's called, what's it called? ACF, a release film. I replaced that, and I got it about 80% of the way good. Well, apparently, some of it I didn't put on there tight enough, and the more I tried to tighten it, it still didn't work. So I just bought a new one pre-installed with the film. So, I mean, I'm struggle busting sometimes with the Saturn. God forbid I get a Jupiter. And another weird thing, compared to most people, This is not a flex. This is just me explaining something. Compared to most people, I paint incredibly fast. And I use that to justify my printing. I am not quite outrunning my Saturn yet. The Mars, I was outrunning the Mars. I could paint faster than it could print. With the Saturn, it's still just a little bit faster than me. Ooh. See, I haven't got a hole in mine yet, but like every couple hundred, let's see, about every 3 months, I'll do a full clean out and I'll take a look. And this last time I did the clean out and took a look, there was a spot that I'm like, that's going to be a hole eventually. So I decided to change it. Yeah, like this week's been weird. I've kind of been in a holding pattern because I wanted to unbox this on stream with you guys, and so I've got a few things to do. Like I've got a couple of the winners that I had from before. I got to finish them out. That one's done. I got some werewolves done. I got this one I'm working on now. So I got a couple of little things in the works. But and I got half of the Jackal's army printed already. What you're hearing in the background is the vultures getting printed. Yes, everyone who's here, thank you for hanging out and watching me assault my Titan here. Starting the channel has motivated me to paint more. That's a plus. There you go. Exactly. I recently painted a figure of Ozzy Osbourne. The only thing I need is a good skin tone for him. It's so much easier to paint scales or fur than skin tones. Yeah, exactly. Some skin tones are just rough to do. I think the golden ratio is to have the printer printing just barely slower than you paint, so that 1, you take your time and have fun with painting, and 2, your pile of opportunity doesn't grow too large. Yes. Yes. So that was like, okay, back in the day, I used to buy GW models, and the funny thing is I used to paint just as fast back then too. So I would like buy a box of something. Assault on Titan. Start with white, add some red, brown, and yellow. Use your finger hand as the guide. Aim for a slightly bit lighter than your fingertip. Okay. Oh, for skin tones. Yeah, but some of them, like Ozzy has okay, are you going for like touring Ozzy? Are you going for like Meet the Osbournes Ozzy? Or are you going for like, end of life Ozzy? Because they are different skin tones. And some of them have more purple, some of them have more green in there. God bless me, I'm having flashbacks of my art teacher yelling at me. All right, Print for Gaming, have a good night. Oh, there's a bunch of water on that. This looks nice. It looks like a sandstone scheme. All right, cool. Listen, if you can catch inspiration from any of the stupid stuff I do here, I'm happy. Let's not do the face yet. Let's keep working on these legs. You know, I should probably start at the top because gravity sends everything down, but it is what it is. So even though this looks like poop, this is exactly what I was going for. So yeah, we got a Adepticon coming up in, well, I mean, it's the end of next month. It's getting up close, and I have an idea. Okay, I'm going to share an idea with you guys that I have for like a random, I might run this in the middle of the night. There's going to be no sign-ups to show up to like one of the open gaming tables. I might just be doing this. But I want to have something that's kind of like a chariot race. Something we could have someone jump in, jump out, have fun, blow some stuff up, have a good time. I just have to figure out the rules for it. I'm going to be bringing, I'll bring a ton of chariots for it. I got, like every Age of Fantasy faction I can take a chariot. I know I got at least one of them out there. Because there was a weird time where I went kind of chariot crazy. I gotta figure out how to do a chariot race. Chariot race with combat. Oh, well, you can't even see what I was doing. Question is, do I do like a circle track where you gotta do laps? Or do I do a moving table thing? Gorkamorka based rules for your chariot race. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Ooh, I might make some crazy stuff with that. Okay. They do. They got a scenario that's like, duh, big race. I might look at that and see how it works. Wouldn't a hard bristle brush be better, like those plastic? Like a toothbrush would probably be better, but I've been going at it with my stiffest, biggest brush I have, and I knocked off, as you can see, I knocked off the biggest chunks of it. But now this stuff here is stuck. Stuck on it. Let's be get in the middle of the tight spots too. That, and if I give it some scratches, it just gives us some character. Fat brush life. Yeah. Are you supposed to knock off all of it after doing this? I'm gonna be keeping like I said, the stuff that's like the tiny little textures, but where we got the big old thick parts like these here, anything that flakes off like this, yeah, I'm taking that off. And anywhere that wouldn't make sense, like why would there be chunks in between the missiles on the rack unless they haven't fired them in forever? And by God, my orcs fire missiles all the time. Yeah, she's coming together. She's coming together. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah. Yeah, after sitting and staring at this thing, it might be better too if you do the knocking the salt off within like, I don't know, if you wait like 6 hours before you do it. This thing's been sitting for like 4 days. And the reasons why I got the gloves on is, let me tell you, if you're using salt and you got any cuts on your fingers, it will let you know. Salt is a disinfectant and it burns. Yes. Yes. And I got one of those jobs where you come home with cuts that you don't even realize you got. That's a deep hole right there. Mm-hmm. So these big flakes here, I don't like the big flakes. They're not going to look good. So, like the small, chunky stuff, we'll keep that if it stays. If not, it's fine. A rock, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It gives you some good opportunities for some. Well, it's some chaotic weathering and like elemental effects. That's the right texture, but it's far too much of it right there. Like that. That's a good amount. That's a good amount. We can leave the bag for later. All right, let's do. Oh God, my table is a mess. Here's the question. Oh no, I'm not going to use this to eat at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my salt container. I'll just put this right back in my salt container, or attempt to put this in my salt container and fail horribly. Yeah, no, my Titans. Fell over. Okay. Look at that mess. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, I want to ask you guys. Get the cats to do their job. I want to ask you guys. I released the video this week on Sunday that has the new format that I want to go to. For I need to put a "Do Not Eat" label on that salt container. Oh no, it stays in the basement. Nobody eats anything from the basement. So I did the new format of the Army videos this week with the dwarves, and I don't know. I want to hear some feedback. What do you guys think? How do you like the new format? Put that over there. Put this over here. Open that. Yes, there we go. All right. Orc. Walker. I probably could use some more there. All right, let's Nice to hear Uncle C and me talking about the unit's cannons. Okay. Made for a nice trip. Well, good. Good. Yeah, mostly the new format is spawned from I am tired of talking to myself in the middle of the night to record these. So I was like, hey, let's try this out. because, you know, just having somebody else to bounce my opinion off of has just been good. It's weird that I listen and engage with people online, and you build this kind of relationship, them have no idea who you are. I enjoy the tongue-in-cheek prompts on screen, such as when you admitted that only touching on the interesting units was a lie. Yeah. Listen, that was the whole idea, is we were going to talk about like 5 or 6 units, and then I'm like, bleh. I just kind of defaulted to talking about everything. I went down the list. I went down the list because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm terrible at this. Okay. Alright, let's do a little lighter gray. We're going to do a little... Can't talk. We're going to do a little bit of detail work, if I can find my brush, on the gray. We're going to do some lining stuff, which you all almost never see me do. Oh no. Did I not clean that? Oh no, I didn't clean that. Hold on. I was right in the middle of painting when I got an emergency phone call earlier. There we go. There we go. I got salty beer over there now. I guess I just dropped everything and ran when I probably shouldn't have. When someone calls and say, there's water pouring out of my ceiling, you tend to go, ah, shit. All right. God, it's still split. What's going on? Yes, that's bad. Ooh, that paintbrush is salty. I already don't like it. Bear with me for a second. What we got for a little brush? You can't claim to be terrible at YouTubes, yet you have become one of the premier OPR YouTubers. Whether it was by accident or skill, might be up for it. It was totally accident. It was totally me going, yeah, I think I could do that. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? And then just, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I feel like it was just because I was like early to the party. Because I started, 3 years ago? God, it's terrible saying that, but yes. I started like 3 years ago. And then OPR had a boom there last year. Like middle of last year, we'll say about Adepticon until like November. We had a big boom in OPR stuff. Like a lot of people were looking at it, and were interested. And a lot of people are still interested, but now there's enough people out there that, you know, it's spread out a bit. Like, there are some channels out there that I think are just straight better than mine. That don't have, like, that are not even monetized yet. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? It's just one of those. I guess I got in early at the right time. But that doesn't mean that they can't grow to that. They can't grow to pass me. I'm very happy when I see channels pass me. Rub a piece of steak on the mini. Yeah. I bet you if I threw this on a grill, I'd get a good crust on it. Like I'm like let's see who started around my. There's a couple channels that started around my time. Most of them are gone, but one that sticks out is Chris from Good Enough Gaming. Like he started around the same time I did. We started our channels like about 2 or 3 months apart, and I am nothing but happy that his has grown the way it has. Of course, he's doing like other things now. Like he's doing a lot more than OPR, where I'm just sticking to OPR because I don't know, I'm happy here. This is my happy place. But that doesn't mean I'm not happy to see that he's got a pretty good big channel. I wish him nothing but success. But like don't think, just charge. I am absolutely flabbergasted that they are not monetized yet. Because they put out great stuff. I love to mess with them every chance I get. Oh, by the way, well, let's see here. I had an idea for an app thing for them to where you could take the missions, pretty much to make a mission randomizer. But I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. It's about being in the right place at the right time, my dude. Exactly. Like I have no idea what I'm doing as far as apps and stuff goes. So I threw the idea over to them, and Harvey from Don't Think Just Charge has made an OPR mission randomizer using the stuff from all of the different tournament packs from OPR. So it's all the free stuff. It's just nothing extra. I think I've got some really nice, good content that's not political and focused on the fun of the game. I think you've got some really good. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not going to be political. Focuses on the fun and not the meta. Yeah, like I did the video. The meta doesn't exist. It's there's so many different things you can do in this game. Don't think just charge isn't monetized. Dang. Yeah, I'm amazed they're not. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're on Spotify too, and they're not monetized on YouTube yet. I'm like, wow. So that's why any chance I get, or anytime I can fit a Don't Think Just Charge a reference into a video, I throw it in there. Oh, by the way, I got a video coming out tomorrow, which is it's the battle report. I've like I said, I hang out in their Discord a lot, just because there's so much going on over there. That kind of talked a bunch of crap. Oh, not like U.S. politics. Hello and greetings from Puerto Rico. Hey, Kelvin. How you doing? It has been a while. How are you doing today? You get to see my salty orc titan. Not like U.S. politics, like game politics, the issues between OPR, TC, or anyone else, and GW. Yeah, that was a... Talking about GW, I've completely stopped talking about GW. Like, I'll still talk about them on my live streams if they're brought up, but it's like, I don't care. And I'll tell you what, that takes so much... It's I don't even know how to explain it. But not giving a crap what happens at GW has taken so much weight off of my shoulders just as a wargamer. Oh, it's great. I'm great. Thanks for asking about how you do. I am doing good. I'm doing good. Just out here grinding, having fun, playing with my new Salty Titan. Painting my new Salty Titan. Oh, that's a big old chunk of salt in there. There we go. Knock that out of there. Oh man, that actually looks really good on camera. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. The hard part is just getting it around the sections I've already done. And then I'm going to go in and do some white on the not armor sections so we can paint in different colors. Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a big thing that my first year in YouTube was a big thing, is that everyone compared everything to Games Workshop. Because, I mean, some people don't, but let's face it, most of us come from Games Workshop. And, like, the first year, I used to keep up on GW stuff and, you know, watch other YouTubes and YouTubers and stuff talking about GW stuff. And I feel like, oh no, GW's effing up again, blah blah blah. No, I don't really care. I mean, when I see a GW Lotus, I remember a story that happened here in Puerto Rico back when slavery was abolished. There were some slaves that refused to leave their masters despite abuse and mistreatment. And it's weird that I used to keep up with the GW stuff. It was like I was like somebody that was keeping up with an ex. Like, they've got to know that I'm mad at them, man, and I need to be a creeper to watch what they're doing and blah blah blah. And eventually, you just my GW resentment. You'll see. I would say, like, in the beginning, yeah, I did resent GW. It turned into, eventually, over the course of like 2 years, turned into apathy. It turned into, I don't care. So that was about the time. Remember when I went on to the Northern Exile channel? And he asked me, like, what do you want? You want to talk about the female custodies thing? This was the first time they came out with it, like a year ago. I'm like, no, I really don't give a crap. It was kind of shocking, his voice. Really? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I'm out of GW. They can do whatever they want. Let's get some of these crunchies off of the plasma cannon here. Yeah, I was like, they can do whatever they want. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. It'd be like someone telling me Infinity came out with a new mobile suit or something that is like got boobs. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I missed a couple. It's incredible to me that people here in Brazil still insist on buying original GW stuff, where there is no official distribution from GW and are expensive as F. Yes, absolutely. I could see why. I could see that the price being crazy in South America. Meanwhile, OBR supports third-party translation on their Discord and offers a quite generous price for the STLs. Also, the free rules. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like my the guy who actually introduced me to OPR, he has the best explanation for OPR. He says Fitz, OPR is like a war games nonprofit. He's like, the price is so cheap on their stuff that it feels like it is government subsidized. And I just laughed at that. And I was like, yeah, after being there for a while, I was like, I see what you mean. Okay. Oh, gotta do this arm too. Man, this. Normally, I'd highlight this thing and be done 10 minutes ago. But no, we gotta do the salt stuff. That's fine. That's fine. We missed this arm. Yeah, loyalists be loyalists. Listen, I stopped buying GW stuff like two. No, I stopped buying their stuff like 3 years ago. Like even looking at their stuff like 3 years ago. And then I remember I was doing the Giants video last year. And I was like, I need to find out what the name of the models for the Giants are from GW. Let me look. I went over to warhammer.com. Went over to the Giants section. I actually did a spit take. And I even brought this up when I talked to Northern Exile, is that they have a giant that was like $210. I was like, are you effing kidding me? Thinking of OPR moving forward, I'm actually real excited with Paizao. People corrected me in that video. I'd seen the name, but I'd never seen it said it as Paizao. Jumping on board, Paizao is doing good work on multiple fronts, including video games. Yes! Yes! Dude, an OPR video game might be interesting. Playing Pathfinder the Wrath of the Righteous. Okay. Sorry, I had to take a hydration break. Okay, so we're looking rather dusty here. Rather dusty. Okay. Now let's... Just because it'll be the easiest to do, we're going to do the black next. We're going to do the cabling and stuff. Yeah, for $210, I can build a whole army. Yeah, if you want to see what caused me to do the spit take, look at the go to the Age of Sigmar side of the Warhammer site, and then look up. I forgot what they're called. The Giants. Sons of Behemoth, and then look at the big giants. That caused me to go, what the fuck? Would it be an RTS or turn-based strategy game? I'm RTS. I love RTS stuff, so I will obviously say RTS first. Uncle C saw me playing Phantom Brigade earlier this week, and he was like, oh, that's the kind of game you're into. Because he's all Call of Duty and stuff. Wrath of the Righteous. I've never heard the Wrath of the Righteous. Oh, it's my owl cat. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got 40K Rogue Trader. I think I have like 6 hours in that total so far. Let's see who's okay. I'll glaze him a bit more. I was watching a Northern Exile video earlier this week, and he was talking about like how long have you spent playing video games? Couple like 40, 50 hours. And I went through my list of Steam games, and the ones that I have the most in is of course Warhammer Total War, and then like RimWorld, and then BattleTech. So I am definitely a strategy slash sim game ridiculous player. Any more cable? Yeah, there's more cables right there. Yeah, the one made by HBS. Yes, I do have Mech Warrior as well. I got Mech Warrior 5. Not nearly as many hours as I have in BattleTech. I got like something like 1,200 hours in BattleTech. And then like Mech Warrior 5, I think I got like 200 hours maybe. And then also there's some games that I have that like remind me of spots in my life, like where I was at when I was playing them, and now that that part is over, I don't play them anymore. Yeah, MechWarrior 5. You know, it's fun when you mod the crap out of it. Like, I am definitely a game modder. I will mod the crap out of whatever I play. And MechWarrior 5, you can get it to a spot where you feel like you're going to go into an epileptic seizure. Really like how they've come around to liking the orc designs? Yeah. Yeah, I mean... I've liked the orc designs from the beginning. It was just... It's another one of those. As soon as as soon as you divorce yourself from GW and understand that not everybody is going to do orcs the same way, there's a rock in there. Then the OPR orcs come out looking pretty good. Well, yeah, I mean, everyone can come up with small changes they want to do. Oh, I touched that, didn't I? Yeah. Everyone can come up with small changes they want. Oh, yeah, like back to video games. Like, I played the ever-loving crap out of Elite Dangerous. But then I played it during the COVID lockdowns, and now I don't even want to touch it because that was like my lockdown game. And then the other one I have that's tied to a time and a place was Shipbreaker. I really like that game. My son really liked that game too when he was 3. He would love sitting on my lap and watching me play Shipbreaker. And watching the ships break apart as I was throwing them into the furnaces and the reclaim bins. That once he grew up, I just stopped playing it. Not because it's a bad game, but because that's tied to a certain time and spot in my life that's just not there anymore. There's a game coming out called Menace that looks really interesting. Yeah. The fact that Alien hides lowers makes it clear they are not the Tyranids makes me very happy. Yes. I think that's it for the black. Yeah, we said that's it for the black. I wasted all this paint. That's okay. I'm playing more where that came from. Let's do some metallic. Let's do some metallic, and oh, we've been going for a while. That might be where we end it. Just drink it. All right, we are going to use some Blanche heavy metal on this. And with the Army Painter stuff, there might be an announcement coming up pretty not too far in the future about Army Painter. Or at least Army Painter on this YouTube channel. We will see. I need the right brush. Is that the right brush? It is now. No promises, but we will see. We will see. We got to break off some of our salt here. There we go. No reason for the roll cage to be salty. Get off of there. Oh, those sound like two good games. I never got into Titan Quest. Or kind of a non sequitur with Titan Quest, but I never got into Titanfall too. That's something that a lot of people always assume that I was into was Titanfall, but nope, never heard of it. Never played it when I was yeah. Okay, that's the wrong brush. Let's get a thick body brush in here and put a little water in there. There we go. Boop. There we go. That's the right brush. There's a big old chunk of salt at the bottom. There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, while we're here with this Titan, we got to come up with a name for it. Now, all of my Titans have female names. This one's going to be no exception. So we got Stacy and Becky. What should we name this one? The Salty Smasher. Rosie. Maybe. Saline, Sarah, Jessica. As we're taking suggestions right now. Claudia, Martina. I kind of like Jessica because it fits with the rest of the Titans. Alright, we will say that this Titan's name is Jessica. Is that an OPR model? No, this is an OPR model. This is the Orc Great Walker. Dude, I like it. Good. Good, good, good. If you go back and watch the start of the video, she is my Assault Titan. Giggity. Let's come over here. We got salt left on this. Because we all know that I love my rust. And this girl has definitely given me rust. Can you still get the STL? Yeah, you can definitely still get the STL file. Just go to the one-page rules section on My Mini Factory, or look up one-page rules on there, and it's going to be under that. Were Orcs the last one? Yeah, I think Orcs were the last army before Grimdark Future, so it's not that far back ago when they released this. Looking nice and rusty. Yes, I like my rusty. I like my crusty. You know, there's a new OPR channel that's out called Lords of the Midwest. I don't know where they're based, but me being in Michigan, I wanted to send them a message to be like, what kind of Midwest are you? Are you like big sky and corn? Or are you like me where it's rust and poverty? Just to see where they're at in the country. Because they're relatively new, and you know they got some good stuff out there already. Plenty of corn and rust here. I just say rust and poverty because we got the Flint fucking engine works, and of course it's Flint. Transformer noises. Rawr. Our water here is flammable. Yeah, Lords of the Midwest, they're pretty cool. I really like their channel icon. The fucking the unicorn sitting on a throne. I really like it. I was like, God, I should have thought of something like that. That's cool. But you know, it's one of those. I've tried to like remake my channel logo a couple times, and every time I'm like, it's fine. Listen, our water isn't flammable anymore. It has officially been fixed. It only took them, 20 years? But you know, I can't really complain about it. I've only been here 10 years, so I bet. But your water's still opaque. Listen, I don't drink water anymore. I drink nothing but Diet Coke and spicy lemonades. Okay, so ta-da, there's my salty Titan. That's as far as we got tonight. We excavated it. We give it a couple little details. We gave it a little bit of highlight on the armor color. The armor color is armor color. God, I've drank a little bit too much more. And we're gonna go back in later on. They'll be off camera. Their channel logo is a little corny. I'll go in and I'll do like, you know, white here, and then I'll put on the bone colors and stuff later. So this is honestly not too far from where it's going to be. Just a couple little extra details, like the bones, the cloth wraps and stuff are going to be like in a pallet bone and stuff. Well, this is going to be Titan number 5 for the Titan Rally. Hodgego, hey, you got here just in time for us to kind of call it a night. Well, this is what we got so far. What happened to that Titan? It has been assaulted. Assaulted. By literal salt. And, yes. Well, got to sleep? Yeah, I'm headed that way, too. So, yeah, this baby has been assaulted. Just a couple more details on it, and she is going to be ready. It spent a winter walking Michigan roads. Yes. So it's hilarious. We still have a salt shortage here in Michigan. But yeah, like what I'm going to do to it, I'm going to detail up like the rockets, the bone colors, the wraps. I'm going to put some yellow on the lights. Do a little glowy effect on the plasma cannon up here. And do an all-over wash with a brown wash, and she's going to be good. And if you want to see this lady in action, Tiffany here, you want to see Tiffany in action, she's going to be at the Adepticon Titan Bash, along with her long neck partner. Let me zoom out. Her long neck partner. And this Dow Blessed Titan. Deca. And Human Defense Force Super Heavy Tank. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Like I said, this has reminded me that camera. This has reminded me how much I like the oil washes, because it was just base colored and then oil washed all the way over, and I forgot how much I liked them. And I got a Jackal Army coming up next week. Ta-da! This week we're doing the Dwarves, like you said. Make sure you check out the Dwarf Army video that we did on Sunday. It's our new format. We're just going to be sitting there BSing each other while we do it. Next week you got the Jackals, and then after that I haven't even decided yet. I don't know. What's the next fantasy army I should do? Who wants to shoot out a fantasy army? First one. I'll do the first one that pops up. if I haven't done it yet. What do you got? I get to really see how long the delay is. Oh, do, 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 do. Eternal Wardens? Alright, we're going to do Eternal Wardens next. There you go. I'll start putting a list together for those. So, guys, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for being here to watch me assault this Titan. And like I said, if you want to see it in action, it's going to be at Adepticon. And I'm going to have loads of pictures. I know I cannot do a live stream from Adepticon, but I can record videos. I'm going to record the Titan Bash, at least parts of it, so I can show it off to you guys. I'm going to record parts of the tournament, and probably record some of my random late night antics to show off. Like I said, we're trying to put together a chariot thing for after hours. So, that'll do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Ooh, what time is it now? Ooh, it's 11 o'clock. Ooh, Lord. Well, I hope you guys are having fun. What? I fucked up my own outro. Wow. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are. I'll talk to you later. And hopefully, I'll see you at Adepticon Tabletop. Good night.